Hello and welcome back. It's been a while since I've done another recording. Now, this is where my wife and I have been staying at the Rockside Hotel. There's my wife in the window, and that's the room that we've been staying in. I've got to tell you, we've just had a wonderful time here in Scarborough. And then yesterday we walked down to the aquarium down there, and then right at the end bit over there, there's a little hut. There's a little war hut actually that was used in 1939, that was built to look for German submarines if they were laying any mines, and then obviously to report back to the Brits. And then if we go over to the other side, there's a castle, and they've actually got a war ceremony going up on the top there. They're going to have some planes flying over later on today. And what an incredible, we went walking around the side here when we first came, all the way up the banking. It's quite a drop down there onto the main road. But it's just been one wonderful time. Now, it's not often that I get away, but my wife insisted. And I mentioned all the wonderful things. We really have had a great break, but what I want to share with you is some things. I know this is the way that I've conditioned my mind, but while it's on my mind, I'll share it with you. Firstly, the room that we're in, the curtains that they use are, well, every single light you can think of. And just outside our place, there's actually a street lamp anyway, and so we might as well not have had the curtains there. So for the last 2 nights I just haven't slept well at all. It's been it's been like daylight in there. And then when we had breakfast, I found that very interesting, because for breakfast what we had was, thought, well, you know, I've got a 95% rule. I thought, what the hell, I'll have breakfast. And what I had was the typical cooked breakfast, and the gentleman mentioned he didn't have any gluten-free stuff. So I said, okay, well, you know, it's one of my 5% rules. So the sausage, we had bacon, obviously contains oil. The oil that they used was vegetable oil, so it's carcinogenic, rancid. The beans, I didn't realise till later, they actually microwaved in a plastic container. And so this morning we specifically asked if they would do for us something different, and that's what we asked for, some oats, and then they were going to microwave them, so I specifically had to ask them not to do that. So that was interesting. But I've got to say, while we've been staying here, we've had some fantastic times, and I've got to say, a lot of the people that are around here are really, really friendly. We've met a lot of typical Scarboroughnians, or whatever you call them, and they really have been fantastic, really, really friendly. We went out for a meal at a Thai restaurant, and we just decided to walk and look for one rather than ask anyone, and we had a great time there. And also, while I've been here, although the weather started to change a bit, I decided to read some books. One of the books I'm reading, because I know you people are usually interested, Richard Bandler's Guide to Transformation, How to Harness the Power of Hypnosis and Ignite Your Effortless Lasting Change, and then also the Cancer Missing Link, What Doctors Don't Tell You. So I've been reading some of that material there, and I've really got to say, I can't put this book down. American Conspiracies by Jesse Ventura, and that has really been a fantastic read for me, just to branch out to understand about Malcolm X, JFK, 9/11, a lot of other things that we're kind of, when we read the normal media or listen to the what goes on in the media and how much BS it is, it really is incredible, because he gives a totally different slant on all things. And the other thing that's, I suppose, really shocked me about the place around here, and I know again this is down to me and the glasses that I wear, is how many people smoke. It just blows me away, of all ages. I'm thinking, am I the only conscious being here? Because obviously when you do something and you might not be proud of doing it, what you don't seem to realise is that you actually teach others how to do that. And I'm sure if I asked you, would you want your child to smoke, you'd probably say no. Well, by smoking, that's what you do, and of course you teach others as well. So it has really been really interesting. I just thought I want to share that with you, because we have had a wonderful time, but there's been quite a few things which have been rather challenging for me with reference to the food side. As you know, I have a 95% rule, so in other words, I prepare the food and it's all good. But the rest of the time, and also the sleep, I think the last time I had such a bad sleep, or the last 2 days, was when I went camping with my wife last year with my brother, and of course, you know, the ground was very hard, and I just couldn't sleep. But 2 nights in a row, my wife and I just haven't slept well at all. But I think next time, obviously, what we'll do is we'll obviously phone ahead if you stay at a hotel and ask them if they've got some blackout curtains. At least it should be pitch dark in there. Well, it's looking like we're in for a little bit of a rainy weather, although I think it's going to break again. And the other thing I just wanted to share with you, which I found interesting, is right up on the top there, what they're doing is they've got this war memorial thing going on. And I'm just thinking, what, again, is it me that's being conscious about this? Why do we want to celebrate things like war? I'm sure there are other things that we could celebrate which make us feel good and make us feel happy, and then not just then deliver it like it's mainstream, and these things are then socially acceptable for us to go to places like Afghanistan and start killing people just because of our own BS, our own belief systems, our own bullshit. And it's all to keep banks in business. If only people were conscious enough to realise that there's no other reason for us to go over to a country. It's all to protect us. We could protect ourselves quite well. I think we've proved that. We've got the weapons to do that. But we don't need to go over to other people's countries. And as you realise, when we do go over to other people's countries, at least 90% of them, being civilians, will be killed once we get involved. So I just want to share that with you as well. But no, it has been a great break. There's quite a bit of stuff in the recording. But wow, what a journey. I mean, it's 120 miles from Lancashire over to North Yorkshire. And it really has been, it's been beautiful. I've really enjoyed it. Anyway, my love to you all. Bye for now.